Go.
No.
Now we're good. Go.
Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's overranked match between Tenebris and Prodigy. I'm Minion.
And I am Knight. And we will be testing this game.
Yes. This is going to be a very interesting match. On one, okay, I'm sorry, I'm very out of the loop because quite honestly, I've kind of.
We have Prodigy, one of the top teams in the league, versus Tenebris, who sadly I do not know much about, so I'm not much. Minion, do you have anything about them?
To be quite honest, ever since season 11, I've kind of taken a step back from Overwatch for various reasons, but that's besides the point. All I know is that based on what DNC told me before we started recording, is that Prodigy is going through some internal shit, and they're kind of going through roster changes. I guess basically they've been trying different his game players, and so far none of them work. So they're kind of winging it, just so trying to get together a good solid roster for tonight's match.
Looks like in the game we have Prodigy is running Pharah and Hanzo as a DPS with Mercy and Zen as a support with Ryan and Zarya as tank. Very standard comp in the current meta. And Tenebris
on the side.
Tenebris will be running about the same exact thing, except they will be running slightly different DPS. Same tanks, but they will be running a Lucio, Mora, Brig as supports, and a McCree as DPS.
Stop the payload.
I will not waste this opportunity.
Zunchen getting some early pick damage at the start.
Got it.
And Tenebris is rushing in. Zunchen takes down Silver Start. And it looks like Tenebris will be pushed back on this push. No one was on the payload, so they didn't get any range right now. And Prodigy effectively holds the first point.
Yep. Alright, so NK is going to switch to Hanzo here. So they're kind of deathballing this, sort of.
Sunshine gets another pick.
Yep.
Tons of work right here. Sending down the damage.
I highly question the defensive fair mercy here, but so far it's working up pretty well for Prodigy, I guess. Normally you don't see
Zarya. Rebel takes down Deputy as well. And Rebel doing work here as well right now. Takes down 2. It looks like Tenebris will be pushed back again. Random dart. Prodigy will hold right here very effectively as they push Tenebris back to their spawn.
Alright, so it looks like Prodigy does have all their ults up and ready to go for this next push. About 2 minutes left here, so if they can just get a good ult combos into this next fight, they should be able to hold on to this first point here.
And Enkin is switched from Hanzo to Pharah on Tenebris. Grab coming out.
Right into the bomber's grab. They're gonna use the dragon, but they only get one with it.
Grab coming out. Nikki trying to do some Prodigy, very, very powerful right here.
Yep. Alright, so they're gonna. So
we're pushing Tenebris back to their spawn yet again. Tenebris has not much way at all with the cart.
Yeah. It looks like Tenebris is really having a lot of trouble with not seeing Phoenix play as their Ryan just looks so weird. It seems so out of sync right now.
Dungeon gets a nice rocket onto Enkin. And Enkin goes down to Rebel as well. Nancy coming out with the Mirage coming out, 2 down. Down goes Silver, and they're just trying to get Milky right here before she can get back to the spawn.
Okay, Tenebris. Tenebris' only saving grace is if they can get a good grab off, and then like really, what I think what Tenebris should be doing here is like first dish,
Dungeon
first
gets
dish
a
is
no
the shatter.
right off the map. That is a perfect pick, and it looks like that will stall Tenebris right here as they wait for the Rhine to come back.
Healing stream engaged.
Alt economy right now. Prodigy has the most alts. Nooks
Yep.
is 3. And Silver Star going down back to Dungeon. Dungeon has just
Yep,
doing
the
work
shatter
right
comes
here.
out. The dragon comes out, it gets amped. Milky got killed in the back line by Duncan. So it looks like Prodigy is gonna hang on here, just by having some of the odds stacked against him. So 5 seconds left, and no one from Tenebris is even close to the payload, and Prodigy is gonna hang on to this first point, and they're in a very good position to take this match.
Tranquility.
Prodigy, very strong first point hold. Tenebris not getting much leeway in any way forwards.
All right, so let's see what we got going on here.
Prodigy running the same thing, except Zenshan is now on the Widowmaker instead of the Fair currently.
Okay, looks like they're gonna run a Ryan Zarya with sniper. So yeah, like if Random can get a grab, get a fat grab here, he'll like, and then assuming Rebel charges all quickly like he usually does, it's gonna be pretty much a guaranteed team wipe on the side of Prodigy if they just time everything correctly.
Yep.
It looks like Tenebris is gonna run a Symmetra here.
I just got it from Dancy that Sim is not currently allowed.
I mean, she was unbanned from comp earlier this week, so I don't know. What's
incoming in 30 seconds.
yeah. All right, so there is some BM going on in the we say 2 weeks after conference. So, I guess she's not allowed. All right, okay. Well, it's
Yeah,
good.
no.
All right, so
The current rules for overranked is that after a hero comes out into comp, we have to wait. There's a 2-week grace period in the overranked games before you can start playing them in games.
Yeah, well, I mean, Sim did get unbanned this week, so on Tuesday, if I remember correctly. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Hopefully, DNC will put it up later on tonight. And Eric, meanwhile, looks like Prodigy is all second the payload in
Dungeon gets a gun in the background, pushing. Dungeon gets 2. And it looks like Tenebris will just be pushed back right here, and it looks like Prodigy will tap the point very quickly.
DNC's gonna rush the
Almost already left. Yep,
and
and
Prodigy is gonna
Prodigy
take
takes
it
the
out very
first map.
easily. All right, so yes, they did exactly what they were supposed to do. They just got it in their faces. They just stacked on the payload, and they just stuck it to Salt Tenebris. Simple as that.
There's Dungeon with
like-
his play of the game. Not very surprised, since he did a ton of work
Okay,
as
so that's probably
Farah.
Prodigy. I guess not. Oh, interesting. Anyway, yeah. Here's the thing with Tenebris is like they seem very, very staggered without Phoenix. Like I'm not sure where he is, but like without for all we know, Phoenix is the hardest soul at that team. And when your leader isn't around guiding you to know, and you're not doing what you're supposed to do, think chances are the other team is gonna make you pay for it, and that's exactly what happened to Tenebris there.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But
Totally understand.
But
And now we will just be waiting for them to set up the next map, and then we will start.
yep.
So Minion, how do you feel about the current state of comp?
I mean, to be quite honest, ever since season 11 started, I've kind of gone back to TF2 because for various reasons, but I feel like it has. I think since Rig has settled in, and like no one's really BMing about her. I think the storm has settled somewhat.
No, break is still going. But
Yeah, yeah,
in the
yeah.
current state, the
broken heroes will be broken, obviously, but like, I mean,
Now entering the
I think definitely the LG feature being added definitely helped a lot. It just kind of gives you that extra assurance that people won't troll you, if you know what I mean. I guess.
yeah, I guess. But still, current state of comp or season 11, or as I like to call it, 10.5 or 10.2. Basically, it's just season 10 all over again, which is strange since in previous seasons there's usually been a slight mix-up in the meta, but from season 10 to 11, the meta has not shifted at all. Zarya Hanzo is still very strong and run repeatedly. But anyways, back to the game. Looks like we will be having Prodigy running the Hanzo, Junkrat as DPS, Diva Ryan as tank, and Zen Mercy as the supports. And on Tenebris, we will have Pharah Widow as DPS, Mercy Zen as supports, and Winston Diva as tanks.
Yeah, they're basically running dive, but with a fair mercy.
So we will be having a dive from Tenebris, essentially, and from Prodigy, it looks like they'll just be making a flexible yet stationary comp as well. Like holding behind the Rhine shield, but still able to move around quickly in response with their Diva to contest.
Attackers incoming.
I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it happens. I'm sorry. Anyway, so what do we got here?
Zunshin takes down Yukin right at the start of the fight, as Tenebris is down one player currently. Currently holding inside the room. Zunshin getting a couple of shots in on Zunshin. Now the teams are at a current standstill. We have another Widow battle between Enkin and Zunshin. And it looks like Enkin will be going down to Random Dark is hunting Tenebris' Widow in the back line. It looks like Tenebris will be taking the first point after taking down Prodigy respectively. Tenebris going down to Zunshin, but he has to fall back. Tenebris will be taking the first point, I believe.
I'm capturing the objective.
Zunshin picks up Silver Star, but it has to fall back. Tenebris taking the second point, taking the first point after a short battle, and now they must make their way to capture the second.
Anyway, sorry about that. Someone was giving me a.
No problem. Zunshin being dived by up the start, coming down from Deputy. Zunshin takes him down before he can back up. Primal Rage coming out from Kiba Lane, bullying around the Rebel. Barrage coming up from his league, takes down Fields, but quickly falls himself. And it looks like Tenebris will be losing this fight. Milky taking down Zunshin after chasing across the map. Prodigy holding the first point very strongly. Rebel takes down Enkin. I don't know, is it Enkin or Enkai? I don't quite know how to pronounce it.
I'm not sure.
See.
Either or.
Kai has now switched over to Genji. Leg has fallen to Rebel, and Miss has fallen to Dark. And it looks like Rebel will also take down the Genji on Tenebris, and they will pushing back Tenebris yet again from trying to capture the second point. Deputy is D-Max and is now no longer D-Max right
Where
now.
does it hurt? You should be at peak performance levels.
The Pharah on Tenebris side has now switched now to McCree. And Zenchin has switched from the Widow to the Genji, who almost has Blade. Alt economy currently right now. Prodigy on Prodigy's side, they have Genji Blade, Self-Destruct, Valkyrie, and they're coming up on the Hanzo. On the side of Tenebris, they have both support alts, and they're coming up on Self-Destruct. And Primal looks also very well, close as well. Silver Star falls. Dungeon. It looks like Prodigy will chase them down and come off quickly and effectively. Prodigy holds the second point yet again as they push back to Tenebris.
I'm here.
Tenebris now has 4 alts. Both sides now have a total of 4 alts. Tenebris is closer to having all their alts online. Both their DPS using their alts at 70 and 83 respectively. Rush Pro gets a pick on Silver Star, pushing him back. Dragon Blade comes out from Junction. Trance comes out from Silver Star. And here comes the barrage, but quickly falls to Rebel, only being able to direct Dark. Prodigy pushes back Tenebris again as they currently rush them and try to get a pick off Tenebris. That is a great pick and a great stall pick.
Let's do this. Dein Schutzengel ist da.
So it looks like it looks like Tenebris is finally getting a regrab up the point.
My spirit grows strong.
Tenebris threw a ton of their ults at the last fight. They weren't able to get it. Tenebris has switched off the McCree to the Zarya. Tenebris is now running a triple team. And on the side of Prodigy, they have 4 alts, only missing the Dragon Blade, on fine shortly, and the Trance from their Genji.
Alright, so
Dancy popping Valkyrie.
He's gonna use the Valkyrie just to get that extra healing out.
Sunshine is chasing, peeking across the map.
Oh, we're gonna get killed with the self-destruct.
Random Dark gets 2 with self-destruct.
And so
Silver
Dancy
Star
back for
comes back up.
7.
And it looks like Prodigy will be pushing back Tenebris yet again as Milk falls. Great stall. Tenebris was able to get the first point, very effectively, very first point, but then they kind of hit a wall known as Prodigy when they trying to take the second one.
Alright, so it looks like Tenebris does have a decent amount of ults they can work with. Transcendence, Valkyrie, Shatter. They got everything except for grappling for this next fight, so then I think that they can just kind of start to take it back pretty quickly. Alright, so I just got
almost all of Tenebris' ults are online. Earth Shatter comes out as this dragon from Rebel. Valk coming out from Milky. All ults are being popped right here in this test for the last attempt to get the second point. Out comes Barrage. Shatter comes out, and it looks
Well,
like
once again,
Prodigy
Prodigy is
will
punching
hold
back in the
second
cow.
point.
Alright,
Tenebris
so
was able to get one tick,
Complete.
but then they were slaughtered. Prodigy, very strong defense on second
0
point.
to 1.
On the first point, they were a little weak. I don't think they had time to set themselves up properly. But now they're back to it. Back to being good. God, I am such a biased caster.
so
Both teams currently trying to decide on what heroes they want to run on attack and defense respectively. Looks like on the side of Prodigy, they will be running the Genji Widow as defense, Mercy Lucio as supports, and Diva Winston as tanks. So Prodigy coming out with a dive here, and on the side of
okay, so yeah, it
Tenebris,
looks
they will
like
be holding a stationary comp, it looks like, with Soldier for fair counter. Prodigy runs it, and Tenebris coming out with a
triple
triple
DPS, I'm not sure if they're gonna
DPS
stick with
comp
that.
on defense. Not close pick, sorry about that. Nope.
Incoming
Oh.
in 30 seconds.
I'm not sure if they're
Zhang has now switched
I'll be very surprised if I'll be very
Okay, Tenebris has now switched back to 2-2-2 with Soldier Junkrat as the DPS, Diva,
okay, so
Orisa
yeah,
as tanks.
meanwhile on the
and
side of Prodigy, they're gonna run down with their Widow basically. Yeah, I'm sorry for interrupting you. I'm just trying to make sure I get my voice in here. Anyway,
Attackers
so alright, so
objective
they're not gonna do anything. So it doesn't look like Snare's gonna do anything fancy. They're just gonna set their wrist up on this platform here. Just gonna have the Junkrat try to just spam another stuff behind their shield.
Arquan fighting. Loud guns. Inking goes down to fields. Prodigy pushing first point, pushing them up. Very strong attack from Prodigy here on the first point. Already has one tick, pathway to the second one.
I'm claiming this objective.
Alright, so alright,
Two
so
going down from Prodigy.
okay, but
Zunshin picks the
Duncan's
Widow.
to kill Milky, so
Zunshin doing
Duncan's
work right
gonna
here.
kill
Picks two real quick. Picks
Yep.
three. Visor coming out from Nevis. But low.
Okay, yeah,
Gets
he got
picked
random, but that was
quick.
pretty much it. I wish I'd see if DNC will
It looks
actually
like
rate
Prodigy
that.
will be taking the first point.
Yeah, that doesn't look like so. Alright, not that big of a deal. So, four spawns across the board for Prodigy for this next pushing looks like we should take this pretty easily. They're gonna have plenty of ults to work with. They do have the site activated right after the cap, so they'll definitely help a lot. Okay, Rebel's gonna pop his blade. He gets Amphies and he gets Anki, and Milky got killed in the backline, so Prodigy should be able to take this.
Prodigy very close to
The
taking
got
second
the
point here.
got the res off on Phil Sandman, but it cost her life. But that doesn't matter
Coming
because
out,
this is
but
what
the skulls are coming out.
the Prodigy is piling in, and they should be able to make this point pretty easily.
Zunshin falls to Anulus, and Prodigy will be pushed back and not able to quite cap second point. Zunshin has switched from the Widow to the Tracer.
Yep. I'm pretty sure he said that just to get back on point. He did those fault on, so it probably won't switch. I don't know, but let's see what happens here. Like they're currently running triple. I was about to say they're running triple DPS. Please forgive me. I'm so exhausted.
I need healing.
Prodigy grouping up for the second assault. Looks like they'll be pushing in right now. Self-destruct coming up from Dark.
Oh, he gets 2.
So Lang gets
so-
2. Lang, self-destruct coming out from Lang. Picks 2. Self-destruct coming up from Dark. Doesn't get anyone. It looks like Tenebris will be holding the second point as well. Tenebris holds Prodigy. Okay, the second point. And again, very strong defense from Tenebris' side as well, just like Prodigy when they were on defense.
You needed a doctor?
But it looks like Prodigy will have the ult advantage in the upcoming fights, having most of their ults very close. Zanzi popping Valk, pushing in. Dragon Blade all in hands of Rebel. Dungeon popping Barrage, gets 3, and it looks like Prodigy will be taking that second one.
Yep, and they get 2-0 series lead, so just home map away from making a series.
That is
Let's
Prodigy
see what the play of the game is
2-0,
here.
an overall score.
Alright, see what play of the game for something I always appreciate. You may know Dark. Anyway,
Double.
Not the time. Schutzengel ist da.
alright, so the next map will be my control map, I think?
Epic.
Alright, so we're going to Oasis next.
Oasis is the next map. Should have that set up beforehand. Ah, shit. Coming up on to first map of Oasis, and it looks like it will be which one is this?
City Center.
I forget quite the name of this map on Oasis. Looks like the Prodigy will be running Dive with Zunshin on the Genji and Rebel on the Pharah. And on the side of Tenebris, still currently it looks like just messing around waiting for the map to come
5,
down.
4,
Looks like they will be
3,
running
2,
a
1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
slight looks like they'll be running a Orisa, a more stationary comp to Prodigy's more mobile comp. Prodigy already on the first point, setting up the floor. Tenebris is able to get there. Zunshin pushing in. And Lang going down. It looks like Prodigy will be taking this first point. Fieldsman goes down to Deputy, but Prodigy is able to cap the first point.
Okay, and we have a pause here.
Pause. What is this pause for?
I think issues happen.
Well, I hope Everyone enjoys the sound of constant diva boosters in their ear. That is the current sound that I am getting. It's
Okay, that's not good at all.
hopefully this pause doesn't last too long. Cause I don't know about you, but diva boosters in your ear, not the most pleasant sound in the world. And the on pause is coming out now, and we're back into the game. Random dark has fallen on the side of Prodigy. But it looks like Prodigy will be able to hold this first point. As two fall on the side of Tenebris. Nessa falls down to Zunshin. Feels bad pushing onto the supports in the back line. Zunshin joins him there. Both supports falling down right to Prodigy. And Prodigy will be holding this point right here and stopping Tenebris from capturing. Rebel hiding right here. I've never seen that stuff before. Tenebris diving up on the high ground, pushing down some of Prodigy, but Deputy will be falling to Rebel. Self-destruct coming out. Guess Zunshin is able to D-Mac. It looks like Tenebris will be taking Pusher. This is a very chaotic fight. Both sides taking losses, both sides getting their reses off. Silver start going down to Fields soon, I hope. Fields taking down Silver, and it looks like Zunshin will be able to hold this point. Absolute first point shutout from the side of Prodigy. Tenebris not able to get any percent at all.
Score 0-1.
Game on.
You wouldn't believe all the science that gets done here.
Another pause coming out. As we wait for the issue for the pause to be weeded out. Onion, what you doing back there?
I don't know.
Stuff? This has been quite a slow game. 2 pauses so far, but Prodigy showing just how good they are at dive and stopping Tenebris from getting any percent. And now we wait. And the pause will be ending now as we get back into the game.
Walk in harmony. Only standing around while there's work to be done.
5, 4,
Tenebris running a
1. Round 2.
Torbjorn.
The objective.
Tenebris is bringing out the Torbjorn on attack. This is surprising. I have not seen Torbjorn used on this map before. Setting up the bunker right across the point. Prodigy taking the high ground, while Tenebris will take that area for the bunker.
System repair.
Instead, pressuring down Luncheon from above, and it looks like Tenebris will
Okay, they're running
take
Torb?
the first point. Yeah, they're
Okay,
running
that's
Torb.
good. Oh, I thought they were juggling into that.
Very strong from Tenebris. Holds the first, takes the first point with the Torbjorn. Very surprising.
Very surprised strategy. They're definitely trying. They're definitely
I have
getting
big
serious.
plans for you.
Yeah, that's how we're just like us.
Molten Fire coming up. Beacon taking down Fieldsman. Bazunchen taking down the turret and Engine. But it looks like Tenebris will still be able to hold the point.
You should be at peak performance level.
I expected to start. It's so unique.
King of beauty.
Oh,
I'm ready to unleash my primal rage.
game just got a whole lot more interesting. One hero pick. Prodigy pushing onto the point. Takes down the turret fast. Grab coming out from random. Ult's coming out from the side of Prodigy, taking down most of Tenebris, and it looks like Prodigy will be able to take the point from Tenebris.
Okay, so staying with the Torb here?
Sticking with the Torbjorn, surprising, but it definitely makes this game interesting. Tenebris coming for the behind the back flank into the small room. 3 go down on the side of Tenebris, and it looks like Prodigy will be able to hold the point.
Ready to work.
Supercharger is almost.
Looks like they will be switching a Reaper for the Torb, as it has been countered quite well. And they're switching the McCree for a Junkrat.
Yep.
Sign of Prodigy, just looking for them, waiting for them. Playing, going down the fields. That's a great big pick. Rez coming out though, so it looks like this push will be able to continue on the side of the Tenebris. Coming in right now, lobbing in the Junkrat grenades as they do the loop around. Diving in. Dungeon pops tire, goes down himself, but gets 2. Only member left on, and it looks, yes, Tenebris stopped by Prodigy. Very strong performance coming out. Tenebris trying to get back on point, getting it back, but Prodigy, Rez coming on Silver Star in the background. Maybe a little more stall from the Lucio. Silver Star going down. Lang getting focused himself, and it looks Tenebris just trickling in here, trying to keep contesting, and Prodigy will take the map 2-0. That brings the series to 3-0 with Prodigy in the lead.
Play of the game.
So you gotta give Tenebris for blowing up Alden.
Very surprised by that Torb strat out of the side of Tenebris. It worked very well, but I think they held onto it for just a little too long.
I agree.
And it looks like we will be going to King's Row for, I believe, the final map of the series.
Now entering King's Row.
Yeah, so he's just DMing me on Discord, confused about everything with that they're. Anyway,
Kings Row. Don't quite know what either team will run on the sides of Prodigy and on the sides of Tenebris. We'll just have to see as we wait in suspense. But as it looks right now, it looks like Soul Tenebris might be running the Torbjorn again. Yes, Soul Tenebris is running the Torbjorn again with a triple tank. Although, strange triple tank combination, they are running Winston, Roadhog, and Reinhardt as their tanks, and not an Orisa or instead of a Winston. Very strange. On the side of Prodigy, we have the Diva from random, Zarya from random. Oh, Zunshin going to the Ana. Trip is back to Diva. I believe he's just messing with us. We're seeing Prodigy running a combo they've already used before, except this time they'll be running a Brig instead of a Pharah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Torbjorn is being run on the side of Tenebris, as I've said before. Very interesting. I have not found this likes to run Torbjorn very often. Zunshin has switched over to the Widowmaker.
Yep.
Feels takes down Enkin. Silverstar going down to the Widowmaker. And it looks like Prodigy will be able to take this first point with their picks. Flame going down. Yep. Prodigy taking first point from the hands of Tenebris. Very strong first point. Pushing forward as well. Gets to very nice stall. Random almost has grab ready.
Objective A captured.
Tenebris was not able to do much to stall, get back to the point, as Prodigy had pushed right into their spawn, in their spawn door. Primal Rage coming out, takes down Dancy from Lang, and he ticks off 2 as Widowmaker before getting taken down by Rebel himself.
Let's get you back out there.
No one can hide from my sight.
You have my thanks.
Deputy has been pushed back into his spawn. Looks like he might be going for a flank here. Grab on the side of Dark. Rebel fars to Deputy in the back line. Sound barrier also coming out on the side of Prodigy. Out comes the Shatter. Silverstar goes down the field. And it looks like Prodigy will be able to continue pushing the parts. Grab comes out, gets 2 in it. 2 go down. Very strong performance from Prodigy right here. Pushing Tenebris back towards their spawn yet again, and they will be able to take the second point. Rebel almost falls to Deputy. Random comes and will be able to bubble and save him. Lang jumping on the cart, trying to stall. Primal comes out from his side. Riptire coming out from the Needles will be able to get anything. Nope, Zunchen is takes that down before anything can come of it. Rebel picks 2, pushing in right now. Deputy pops whole hog right there, but falls quickly and is not able to get much worth out of it. Silver Star popping all in the background. Out comes Barrage from Zunchen. Lang falls to feel bad. Silver Star is able to get Rush Burrow. Zunchen gets the Junkrat and is hunting Milky right now. Has not been able to. Holy fuck, I'm out of this right now. Rebel picks down Lang, comes out. Zunchen is able to get a pick on Milky. That is down the support, the main support for on the side of Tenebris. Grab comes up from Dark again, and it looks like Prodigy will be able to take the third and final point.
Yep, they will.
Score 0-3. Switching sides.
Huh. And the camera has been placed at the bottom of the map for some reason.
Yep.
Very interesting. And I can't seem to get any higher. Huh. Well, let's just see what's down here anyways. You got your crates. And your empty pit way down at the bottom. Help, I'm trapped at the bottom of the floor.
What's your secret? Cryostasis, but I'm not sure if I can handle it.
On the side of Tenebris, it looks like they will be running Junkrat Widow as
All
their
systems
DPS
checked
with
out, ready for combat
Widow
immediately.
Farah as their DPS. Side of Prodigy, triple tank defense with a Hanzo as DPS. Zen Mercy as supports. And it looks like Tenebris will be running a single support combo with 3 DPS. Widow, nope, switch. And I stopped switching so much. Out of breath here, man. Mercy Ana on the side of Tenebris. As Tenebris starts their first push onto first point. Zunchen gets a pick onto though Ana effectively stopped in the first push, picks down Milky as well. Milky is rezzed up by Zephyr though. Milky off of the normal Mercy that we have seen come on most of this game. Now on the Hog, Deputy.
Yeah, I'm the worst at playing Hog.
Playing able to get a pick on Dancy. Tenebris has just switched up what heroes are playing who on their roster to try and see if they can find anything that will work against Prodigy. Earth Shatter coming up but not able to get much. And it looks like Tenebris will be able to take the first point from Prodigy. That's a big pick. Alright, Dark. Moving to the side of the Tenebris.
No one can hide from my sight.
Wall comes out from Ling
Escort the payload.
as he attempts to secure a pick for his team.
Understood.
Zunchen has switched over to the Genji. throwing some damage up at Lang up there onto Widow. Lang, it goes down to Zunshin. And it looks like Prodigy will be able to stop Tenebris' push right here. Silver Star in the back as Mondo. Dragon coming out. Very strange dragon. Only gets one. Dungeon doing work here on the Genji. Getting picks, building up his blade fast and effectively. Earth Shatter coming out. Gets Silver Star quickly down by Zunshin. Zunshin also getting another pick on Lang. Great stall. Now he's currently going after the Pharah. Enkin has switched to off of the Widowmaker, I believe. Grab coming out. Here comes the dragon from Rebel. Gets to. And Prodigy holding Tenebris very strong here in this choke. Able to get a team kill. Rebel just shooting arrows down towards their spawn. Not letting them do much at all. Lang forces Rebel off of that high ground, but looks like he will fall himself. Scoring. Just for allowing the stall for his team not being able to push in. He has gone back to the Widowmaker off of the Pharah. Dragon coming out from Silver Star. But Incan will follow rush and it looks. Blade coming out from the side of Prodigy from Zunshin. Gets to real quick. Charge goes in. Gets Incan as well. And Zunshin will get a 3k right here with the ending of Silver Star. Currently pushing and they will then push Milky back to spawn when he is quickly picked off by a strike inside the field. Bastion also coming out from Enkin. Enkin is switching heroes very often. He's now gone to the Bastion. Looks like he will be going for a sneak above. But will be quickly put down by Dark. But will be able to back up. Lang getting the pick on Rush as Widowmaker. But Dancy will be able to get the res, so. Flanking Enkin comes from behind, gets Rebel as Bastion before he is killed himself though. Dungeon is just here falling back as the whole hog comes out from the way of Milky. Res on Silver, and Prodigy will be falling back towards their spawn to be able to hold.
I require healing.
Grab Dragon Blade and Blade and Dragons on the side of Prodigy right here, so seconding. Grab coming out from Dark here. Here comes Rebels. Oh man. That will be the end of Tenebris' push. Rebel puts down Enkin real quick, not able to do much at all on the Bastion. Dungeon gets a pick on Silver Star, but Rebel will be falling to the Widowmaker on Tenebris, but I don't think it will be quite enough. Blade comes out from Johnson, but is put right to sleep. Charge almost put down by a charge, and Prodigy will be able to hold Tenebris for the second point. And I believe that is Prodigy taking the series 4-2-0.
Play of the game.
And here we see Zunshin on his Genji. He did very well in this game. As the Genji, very impressive.
Double
Oh, nice for that.
epic.
High
It's
energy,
nice to be
very high
appreciated.
energy kills. 37 from the side of Dark. That is a good amount of. I'm so tired right now. Man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, anyone. But Prodigy will take the series 4-0, shutting Tenebris down completely. Tenebris was not able to get much started at all. They were able to cap a couple points at the most. I onto the talk of the match MVP. I believe the match MVP would be.
Sure, call it.
I would believe it would be Zunshin. He did tons of work on whatever he was playing on. Farah first map did a great job. Widow did a great job on Widow well. I believe Zunshin believes um the match MVP. Lots of work done by him. Very totally helped his team win this match. That is the end of the series. Thank you all for tuning in to Overranked.
Alright.
I have been night casting with my friend Minion here. Thank you all and see you next time.
Alright, so we're good.
We are